1 mile, easy run, 2 miles, so good, 3 miles, gonna rock, to the sun, 4 miles.
What's up, guys? This is Jason, also known as Sergeant Merrill on Xbox Live, and I want to go ahead and take a second to thank all the people who have just subscribed to my channel. You know, there's not a whole lot of us. I think I only got maybe 40 subscribers right now, but I want to say welcome to the squad, and feel free to get involved. It's a small community on my channel, and I really like to field questions and get involved with a lot of people who are watching my videos, so feel free to do that. Now in this video, I feel a little campy. You know, maybe it's just me, let me know. But I do stay in this area right here. It makes me feel really comfortable because I can really quickly get to both Bravo and Alpha without exposing myself too much. I really try not to camp in a lot of my videos, but in this one it just felt right. I was getting the kills and it was working. And one of the things that I really believe in is if something ain't broke, don't fix it. The type of camping that I hate is where somebody's just sitting in a corner for that one random kill that they get. And that's not an effective strategy. Holding down a firing lane is something that is an effective strategy. And while some people will say that you're camping while you're doing that, hey man, if it's working, go for it. Holding down a firing lane is much different than just chilling in a corner and waiting on somebody, because that's competitive play. But I'm going off on a different tangent here. I'm using my go-to class once again because it's addictive. I love this AK-74U. I can't break myself away from it. Now, actually, I'll take that back because recently I felt as if, since the patch, the recoil I feel has changed. And it may just be me. I know in the patch notes they say that they only changed the grip and the recoil effectiveness of the grip, but I just feel like the recoil has changed in general. I'll be firing with this weapon, and I feel like it's kicking in directions that it hasn't before. So I'm looking for a different SMG to use, because this is the type of playstyle that I like to use. I'm not too fond of the assault rifles for this particular class, just because I like to move and I like to move quickly, and I need that hip fire to be a lot more accurate than some of the other assault rifles provide. So for all you other AK-74 addicts, let me know what else you use, because I'm curious. I've heard that the Mac 11 is a good way to go, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to be experimenting, I think, in my next couple of videos with some other SMGs. Just because there's a little bit of a public outrage on so many videos with the AK-74 as well. Now, another thing that they're going to be changing, which is going to be happening toward the end of January, I hear, is where they're going to be changing Second Chance. And all I have to say to that is thank God. This change is going to be really great. I think it's going to help out a lot of people and calm a lot of the complaints about the perk. And what it's going to do is it's going to change Second Chance so that when you put the person into Second Chance, you get the kill. So somebody who comes along randomly and puts the last 2 bullets into the person is just going to get an assist. At least that's the way I think it's going to work. There's a couple people saying that there'll be 2 kills assigned. The person who puts them down will get a kill, and the person who finishes them off will get a kill. But I really don't think that that's going to be the case, because if anybody on my team was using Second Chance and that was the case, then it would already put me at a disadvantage to the other team. Because if 2 people are getting a kill, the other team's just getting kill streaks that much quicker. So I don't think that's the way it's going to work. Now, they also said in these same patch notes that they didn't plan any changes for knifing or sniping at this time. And I found it interesting that they kind of put that footnote in there, because I guess people are still complaining about it. Sniping, I put my 2 cents out there about that before. Really not a fan of that weapon category right now. I think it needs work. Now, as far as knifing, I have an interesting suggestion. I'm not sure if any of you have played this game. Not a lot of people did. It was one of those games that you could really skip over. But Aliens vs. Predator, the newest one that just came out, they did a very interesting take on melee in general. And it's where there were light attacks, there were heavy attacks, there were blocks and finishing moves. And it It was an incredibly simple system, but complicated enough to where you could get into these little boxing matches up close, and it was a lot of fun. You know, it made it so that getting in close was it was about more than just clicking a button behind someone's back and getting a kill. It actually took some skill and some thought, and there were strategies and counter strategies. And I thought that was an interesting addition to the melee system of first-person shooters. Now, I'm not saying that Call of Duty should incorporate this entirely into the series, but I do think they should make you work a little bit harder for these melee kills when you're coming directly at somebody from the front. You know, if you get behind somebody, hey, boom, instant kill, you got behind them, you flanked them, you deserve that instant kill from the melee. I get that. But when you're charging at somebody from the front and they're firing their weapon at you, there should be some sort of system that makes you have to work for that kill. Maybe it could be something like the system from World at War in the campaign where you get jumped on by a dog. You know, it gives you some type of ability to defend yourself. You know, I kind of consider coming at somebody from the front with a knife kind of like that scene from Saving Private Ryan. You know, it's going to take some effort, man. And I think it should depict that somehow in the series. But anyway, on to my next topic that I wanted to talk about was I had a lot of friends ask me why I'm not prestiging. And I'm not sure if I've talked about it yet in my videos, but I really don't plan on prestiging. And that's because I'm the type of person that likes to play the way I like to play, which means I like to use the pro perks that I have. I like to use the weapons that I have. I work for them. I want to hold on to them. I have a full-time job and a wife and a very busy social life. So I don't want to spend all my time in this game working for the way that I want to play. I want to spend my time playing the way that I want to play. In Modern Warfare 2, it kind of went hand in hand because I used the UMP and a lot of pro perks kind of coincided with the way that you play. You didn't actually have to play a different game type or mindlessly shoot to the sky at something to acquire the pro version of something. It just kind of came naturally. And in this game, I don't feel that that's the case, and I feel that I would spend more time trying to acquire the pro perks and weapons that I want than actually playing with the pro perks and weapons that I want. I like to think that my prestige level doesn't really have an effect on my appeal as a commentator, but you guys can go ahead and tell me what you think. Is prestiging something that you really like to see from a commentator, or is it really more about gameplay and strategy? Now, I got about a minute and a half left in this game, and I have a little bit of a funny story that I wanted to share. I'm not sure if any of y'all have iPhones or maybe the droids do the same thing, but they'll randomly search for Wi-Fi's while you're in your vehicle. And you'll come across some really funny ones, like you'll be driving by and you'll be like, Freddy's Wi-Fi, and you're like, what the hell, I'm on the highway. And it's just funny to see some of these Wi-Fi names, but I was going through my neighborhood the other day, and I was reading my email or something. I know I really shouldn't be doing that while I'm driving, but hey, I'm terrible, whatever. And I came across this Wi-Fi name and it said FBI surveillance van. And let me just say that that is a genius name, because I want to say for about 10 seconds I had stopped my car and I was looking for this van. So I got to meet the guy who owns this Wi-Fi, because he's got a killer sense of humor. That's going to be all I have for this video, guys. Nice little 15-1. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe if you'd like to see this sort of thing. Check out some of my other videos, particularly the PsyOps series, for some good instructional videos. And I encourage you to get involved by rating and critiquing, guys. This is Sergeant Merrill, out here.
1 mile, easy run, 2 miles, so good, 3 miles, gonna rock, to the sun, 4 miles,